It's the Gitty Gang Show on Cigar Nation TV. It's the Gitty Gang Show on Cigar Nation TV. And we're coming to you live from CB Gitty. It's the Gitty Gang Show.
Gitty Gang Show.
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 It's the Gitty Gang Show on Cigar Box Nation TV. It's the Gitty Gang Show. Hey, welcome everybody to yet another Gitty Gang Show. I believe nobody's really counting anymore, but it's somewhere in the zone of the 168th episode of the Gitty Gang Show. We are so happy you are here with us today. I trust you're there. I forgot to bring up the comments again, but our good man and intrepid producer, Mr. Nick Lanciano, is over there. He has everything pulled up. All the buttons have been mashed.
Mashed the buttons.
The buttons have been mashed to bring you this show. So I went into starting to think about this show yesterday, not really having much of an idea of what it was going to be. It didn't seem like there was that much going on. Like, we'll play a few Irish songs, you know, run a video and call it good. But once we started putting it together, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of good things happening. So I'm just going to run through a few announcements, a few of the, just the top announcements. We got new products released yesterday and today at CB Gitty that we're very excited about. We have several videos to share with you today that Shane has put together. If you've been following Shane's posts on Cigar Box Nation and elsewhere, you know he's been working on a very special guitar, a Resonator guitar, and that guitar features a lot of the new stuff that we've been developing here at CB Gitty. So he's done a whole video series, and there will be more to come talking about that instrument. They've got him playing it. There's a new string set that goes along with it, inspired by A.J. Gaither's Arkansas tenor acoustic set. This is Shane Spiel's Arkansas electric set. So yeah, good stuff happening. Of course, Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, March 17th, is St. Patrick's Day. Always a very exciting and joyful day for us here. Hopefully for you as well, out there. If you got any Irish in you, even if you don't, you can pretend on St. Patrick's Day. Mm-hmm. And if you find a good, willing Irishman who says, you have any Irish in you? No? Well, all right. We won't tell that joke. So we'll be doing a live broadcast on Wednesday the 17th in the afternoon. Nick will probably get up and sing a couple of his favorites. Absolutely. Danny and I will try to rope Kim Starling in here for a couple. Patrick Boyle might stop by. We're still on not lockdown, but we're still on reduced rations, or whatever you want to call it. So unfortunately, Tyler Foss won't be able to join us, and the Dover Rovers and some of our other favorites this year, but by God, we're getting closer. We're getting closer. So that'll be Wednesday. Now, right on the heels of that, next weekend is the Samantha Fish New Orleans Cigar Box Guitar Festival. Friday and Saturday night, the 19th and 20th. It's going to be a virtual festival this year, streamed live on mandolin.com. All the awesome acts that they've lined up, including the headliner, of course, Samantha Fish herself, will be streaming live from the Chicky-Wah-Wah Club down there in New Orleans. It's going to be an awesome show. Tickets are available now. You can get those. I believe the website, it's a long URL, Samantha Fish New Orleans Cigar Box Guitar Festival.com. If your fingers can do that much walking, I believe that's the URL to go to. So to help kick that off, next Friday's show, a week from today, we're going to have a special remote guest, Mr. Brett Gardner, an awesome jazz blues, Dixieland musician, amazing guitarist, plays pretty much everything with strings. He's going to be remoting in, like we did with Green Heron the other week, to give us a few songs to help kick off the New Orleans Cigar Box Guitar Fest. He's going to talk about his own, he builds and plays homemade instruments, cigar box guitars, is doing a lot of work down there to educate others and spread the word about homemade instruments. So, that's going to be awesome. And it means less work for us, because he's going to be doing all the heavy lifting. So, I'd like to thank Brett for agreeing to do that. And I want to thank once again our good buddy Sean Fell for coming in last week and just giving us a rousing, energy-filled performance of some of his favorite songs. I was thinking before the camera went live, Danny, if we can muster up the energy for this entire show that he puts into one of his songs,
That'd be nice.
I think we'll be doing all right. Puts it all out there, every damn song. During last week,
The site is neworleanscbg.com.
I tried that earlier and got a security warning.
There's a bunch of stuff.
You know how those
They don't like you, though.
those New Orleans.
Who knows?
It's all good. Shout out to our good friends downstairs at Back Hill Brewery for helping to sponsor today's show.
For helping us make loud noises.
Loud Noises
Noises.
Yeah. Loud Noises Stout to help get ready for St. Patrick's Day. So during last week's show, I announced that we'd be giving away some CB Gitty gift certificates to people who shared the show publicly on Facebook or commented on the YouTube stream. So I'll be announcing those 5 winners, and you can be entered to win this week a $100 CB Gitty gift certificate will be given to a lucky person who publicly shares this broadcast, either during the live broadcast or if you're watching it later after it's ended, it will be on the site to still watch. Share it before next Friday, you'll be entered
That's
to win.
10,000 pennies, isn't it?
Literally, figuratively,
10,000 wonderful
20,000
pennies.
halfpennies.
Oh, okay.
20,000 halfpennies will be yours in the form of a gift certificate.
It's not a gift certificate. We're just going to send you
A big
10,000 pennies.
bag of pennies. Boy, shipping on that.
Yeah.
Mm.
You're responsible for shipping. Sorry.
Yes.
And lifting it.
Conditions may apply. So, also, we mentioned last week the winners of the Samantha Fish New Orleans Cigar Box Guitar Festival video contest were announced recently. First place went to Galia Volt, who will also be performing as part of the virtual festival. Awesome young female blues guitarist, does some really cool stuff and looks pretty darn good doing it. Second place went to 8 Ball Aiken. If you remember when we ran those videos, he was the dude with the long red hair who gave a very interesting, energetic, and eclectic, and musically awesome performance. Well, he won second place, and third place went to the New American Farmers Band, which I believe is also performing as part of the festival. So congratulations. One of these days, we'll get those 3 videos together and run them when we have a little more time. But it was an awesome contest. Thank you to everyone who submitted a video. So wide range of videos were submitted for it. A lot of awesome stuff. So yeah, good things. So why don't we run the first video from Shane, Nick? It is the introduction to his series about this guitar, Resonator guitar that he has built using our hubcap Resonator cones, one of our new, just released yesterday, cover plates that fit the hubcap Reso cones, specifically sized. This is for the medium size. We have a larger one for the large or gallon size. We've got a new mounting ring system that he used, so you don't have to cut a perfect 5-inch hole. And the mounting ring holds the lid. The spacer ring goes around it so that you can put a cover plate on there, and there's no gaps, there's no funkiness. It looks real good, and it only ends up 3/16 of an inch high off your soundboard, because this is cut from aircraft grade 1/16 inch thick, virtually 1.5 millimeters, aircraft grade birch plywood. Very cool stuff. sized to fit both our medium or half-gallon sized hubcap reso cones. And if you're not familiar with them, we spin these from paint can lids. We spin them right here out in the CB Gitty shop, each one by hand, well, using a lathe, but the mechanics of it are by hand. And yeah, buddy, very excited about that. So here's Shane to introduce you to this awesome build that he has created.
Hey guys, it's Shane Spiel, and welcome to my newest project, the Reso Electro Guitar. CBGitty.com sent me a whole bunch of different parts, all through their catalog, a lot of different things, and told me to go have fun. What I created was this electric 4-string cigar box guitar that has a Resonator cover in it. Yes, a Resonator cover. There's a Resonator cone in there. Their hubcap cone, and which means as a resonator it's gonna sound awesome even when it's unplugged. But it also sounds even better when you plug it in, because I put a CB Gitty Juke Shack pickup in there. So, thank you for coming and checking out this blog. I've set it up in 4 parts. We talk about what parts you're going to need to make a guitar like this. Then we're going to talk about how you cut the box and fit the neck to the box. Third section is how I did this really rad headstock. Yes, it's as gorgeous in person as it looks here. And then I'm going to give you my final thoughts in the last video. So check it all out. We've got parts lists here, tools that you're going to need, and I hope you guys have fun building. Thank you for checking in. Well, let me give you one more. Let me see. Oh, I messed up that chord. Thanks, guys.
No. Hey, we're back. Snuck up on us. So that's the intro of this awesome guitar Shane has built. I saw a comment loving the mini license plate pickguard. Those are available on CB Gitty, a recent addition. Those measure 2.5 inches by 5 inches. We've got 2 sets. There's the Cowboy States. Oh boy, putting myself on the lot. Texas, Oklahoma, Wyoming, and Montana. And then there's the Southern Music States, states in the American South where most states in the American South, good musical things happened in. But these particular ones, Louisiana, of course, for jazz, Mississippi for blues. I threw North Carolina in there for the Piedmont-style blues and for the Southern Appalachian mountain music, and then of course Tennessee for bluegrass and country. And there's a lot of crossover there, and Texas could be in there, all sorts of states could be in there. But anyway, you can get those sets, and then I've started adding 4 packs of individual states. I was all on a tear on it. I got about 24, 25 states into the list, and then promptly got distracted by some other project. But yeah, you can get those, including Arkansas, which is the namesake state of this new build, the string set that Shane has done. Yeah, buddy. I was able to get the comments pulled up. So happy to see all of you out there. Of course, our good friends Jimbo Burt, Michael Capato. Who all we got? Shane Sprayel, Brad Barbula, Bill Tankersley. Good to see you out there. Everyone tuning in today. We're glad. So, as aforementioned, oh, this is Danny Woodman, by the way.
Yeah, in case you didn't know who I was.
In my opening spiel, I forgot to introduce my co-host.
I
So
forgot to.
I have here a special build that we did. We call it the Irish Whiskey build. It's got the Irish flag motif on there with some shamrocks behind it. It's got the lyrics from a good old song, Rare Old Mountain Dew, that at the foot of the hill there's a neat little still where the smoke curls up to the sky. And then the Resonator here is a 1-pint can printed with an old Irish whiskey label. So what better song to do while playing a guitar like this than one of the best known of all the old Irish traditional songs, Whiskey in the Jar, in honor of St. Patrick's Day coming right up, isn't it? As I was going over the Heartbreak Kerry Mountains, met with Captain Farrell and his money he was counting. First produced my pistol and I then produced my rapier, saying, stand and deliver for you horrible deceiver, rushing in the Durham down. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. I counted out his money and it made a pretty penny. Put it in my pocket and I took it home to Jenny. She sighed and she swore that she never would deceive me. Devil take the women, for they never can be easy. Rushing in a Durham dime. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. I went unto my chamber, all for to take a slumber. Dreamt of gold and jewels, and for sure it was no wonder. But Jenny drew me charges, and she filled them up with water. Sent for Captain Farrell to be ready for the slaughter. Rushing in the Durham night. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Well, it was early in the morning, just before I rose to travel. Stepped up and the footman, and likewise Captain Farrell. I first produced my pistol, for she'd stolen away me rapier, but I couldn't shoot the hunter, so a prisoner I was taken, rushing in a Durham night. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Now if anyone can aid me, it's my brother in the army. I can find his station in Cork or in Kilmarny. If he'll go with me, we'll go roaring in Kilkenny. Sure he'll treat me better than me old Miss Morton Jenny. Rushing in the Durham night. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Now there's some take delight in the carriages rolling, others take delight in the hurling and the bowling, but I take delight in the juice of the barley, quoting pretty fair maids in the morning, bright and early, rushing in a Durham night. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar, and rushing in a Durham night. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Whew, usually a whistle or some kind of break in there gives the singer a way bit of a rest, doesn't it? So that, of course, Whiskey in the Jar. One of my favorites. Been covered by, Jerry Garcia and David Grisman did a version. Metallica did a version. Thin Lizzy.
Yeah.
Pretty much anybody that's anybody has done it, you know. Well, what do you got?
Yeah. Well.
Well, we don't have to launch right. We're going to run Shane's second video here. Part 1, technically part 1. That first one was the introduction. And you're going to get to see and hear a little bit more about this awesome guitar he has built. So here you go!
Okay, here's my new project. This is going to be a Resonator cigar box guitar, 25-inch scale, and it's going to use one of these CB Gitty hubcap resonator cones. These are actually paint can lids that they hand spin up in their workshop in New Hampshire. And Gitty sent me down his new resonator cone mounting rings. They go like this. Put this on here. And he came up with a whole bunch of new covers. So I'm going to be taking a look at this and setting this all up. These covers are pretty cool. Classic looking. I've chosen to use a Juke Shack pickup. These are the pickups that, it was actually Reverend Peyton that turned us on to these. They're nice and thin. They're a mini humbucker. They've got this mounting tab over here. And this is for hollow body jazz guitars where they mount these to the pick guard so that there's no routing into a beautiful carved arch top. Well, what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to probably remove this tab and just mount this into the box and use like Gorilla Glue or something to hold it in place. I've got this. I got this a long time ago and I hadn't used it yet. It is a CB Gitty. Let me see here. Oh, it's upside down. Boom. It's his 25-inch scale premium white oak neck with the Padoke fretboard. I am going to need to make a nut for this. I'm still not sure what I'm going to use. I'm going to shape the headstock. But right now I'm just taking a look at the whole overall design because I have this Padron box. And I can even turn this around. I chose this box because it's bigger. And you need a wider box to fit one of these resonators. If it's a thinner box, and I don't have any other smaller boxes around me right now, but if the box is too small, this just doesn't mount right. And I wanted a nice, good look where the resonator's on this side. I'm probably going to put an F-hole on each side here and the pickup. And then I've got to figure out, whenever you get one of these necks from Gitty, he marks where the bridge should be. So I know that the bridge is going to have to be the center of this. And I know that there's something blocking it over here. Let me move that. That's going to go here. It needs to go directly in the center of this hubcap cone. And what this is telling me is right here, I'm going to have to remove part of this Padoke fretboard. And I'll just cut it here. And I don't know what kind of glue he uses for it. Hopefully I can just pry that off. If not, I'll just have to chisel it out. Then I'm going to have to, coming here, this neck goes through the body. And about the cone itself is going to go down about 1/3 of an inch in here, so I'm gonna have to measure it. I have one of those real cheap but awesome Harbor Freight digital calipers, so once I get this mounted, I'll be able to tell how far down in the box it sinks, and then I'm gonna have to chisel this out and then come down to where the cone is and back up. And then once I mount the pickup, I'm gonna have to see how far down into the box it goes as well. And so I'll have to chisel it there. These are the things that you have to consider as you're putting all these pieces together. It's like a puzzle. When it's all done, everything needs to fit nice and tight like a good puzzle piece. And so that's where my mind is right now. I've got to just sit there with a pad of paper and start making some notes. But this is going to be pretty cool. I'm going to make this a 4-string because I want to play it in concert. This is something I'm going to keep. Gitty sent me the stuff, in order for me to prototype using his parts. So I'm going to do that, but I think I'm going to keep this. Being that it's a resonator, it's going to have a snappy tone to it. And with that snappy tone mixed with a pickup, it should give me a really good lead guitar instrument where I can do fast, quick leads. They don't have a ton of sustain, but they'll just punch out there. That's at least what I'm hoping for. So, yeah, let me see. Some other details, I'll probably put a volume knob here. The output jack will go here. I'm not sure if I'm going to have a trapeze tailpiece. I may do a trapeze tailpiece instead of just running the strings from the butt over, because a trapeze tailpiece will let those strings go a little higher. Here. Trapeze tailpiece will come up and kind of match the bottom of the mounting rings and the resonator cone. So that's what I'll be working on the next couple weeks, and I'll keep you updated.
Well, I tell you what, that Shane Spiel, it's certainly not his first rodeo building a guitar. All right, so that's part 2 of this week's video series. Danny, you have an Irish one to do for us.
There's one called Sam Hall.
Sam Hall. Do you know anything about it? What it's about? Where it hails from? Because I don't either.
No, not me.
I first heard Tyler Foss sing this.
Yeah, he was the first one I heard do it.
I believe the Dubliners recorded. I remember Luke Kelly giving this one a good go. It's in the key of D.
From the mid-19th century.
Mid-19th century. It's in the book. It's in Ben Gitty's giant book of Irish goodness.
At that age, it's going to be public domain by now.
Oh,
Used to
absolutely
be
it is.
called Jack Hall.
Oh, me name it is Sam Hall, chimney sweep. Oh, me name it is Sam Hall, chimney sweep. Oh, me name it is Sam Hall, and I've robbed both big and small on my neck on Peppermall. When I die, oh, my neck on Peppermall. When I die, oh, they took me to Courthill in a cart. Oh, they took me to Courthill in a cart. Oh, they took me to Courthill, and I stopped to make my will, and the best of friends must part, so must I, and the best of friends must part, so must I.
traditional Irish song. He was not a nice man.
No.
All right. So, a little break from the Irish music now into an entirely different genre, for which I require an ukulele. Just happen to have one here. This is a tenor uke, built from our new tenor ukulele kit, which I know a number of you have already bought. We've sold quite a few of them. So I've been working on ukulele songbook stuff lately. Ukulele tablature. There goes the other ones. Bink. Released the starter ukulele songbook 2 weeks ago. The expanded version is now available direct from Amazon. Amazon's print-on-demand service. I added, this is 25 songs. The expanded version has 46 songs, including this one I'm about to attempt. This is kind of in honor of, and I've got the link in the script there to that Amazon listing. Amazon Print on Demand. If you live in Canada, go to Amazon Canada, order it there. It'll be printed and shipped from within Canada. If you're in the UK, go to Amazon UK, blah, blah, blah. This link that Nick's about to share in the comments is for Amazon United States. They'll print it and ship it to you. All right, brace yourselves, everybody. Oh, you got your harp ready. Yeah, buddy.
Hold on to your butts.
The Tin Sandwich. So this is an old traditional song. As I say, it's been in a few of my songbooks. It's in the expanded ukulele, the Savvy Strummer series ukulele songbook. It is Bill Bailey. Won't you please come home? It's an old popular song written in 1902 by Healy Cannon. Quickly became a favorite of jazz and early jazz and Dixieland performers. So we're going to have a good run and go at it here. Hey, won't you come home, Bill Bailey? Won't you come home? She mows the whole day long. I'll do the work and darling, I'll pay the rent. I know I've done you wrong. Remember that rainy eve that I threw you out with nothing but a fine tooth comb. But I know I'm to blame. Well, ain't that a shame? they'll take a little beating on right there. So that's just a little bit of a warm-up. Next week, I'm sure we can get Brett Gardner, when he's on the show, to do some of that good old ragtime style, early Dixieland jazz style stuff. I love that. I love it. And that was some fine harmonica playing. I agree with Bill Nolan there.
Thank you, Bill.
Danny walked in about 25 minutes before the show started, and I was playing that, and I said, Danny, do you know this one? He's like, nope. And then he does that. So, you'll have that. So that song, you know, that ragtime kind of progression that I like so much, that song was technically in the key of G. But there were a lot of chords in there that you don't normally hear in the key of G. A7, E7, stuff like that. But that sound, that progression. Another song that I learned from a good friend, Dante, in that ragtime style is 5'2". Now this song isn't in any of my songbooks because it is not yet public domain. A few more years and this one will be public domain, but it's technically in the key of C. 5'2", eyes are blue, goes to an E7. So 5'2", eyes are blue, oh what those 5 feet can do. Has anybody seen my gal? Turned up nose, turned down hose, never had another beau. Has anybody seen my gal? Well, if you run into a 5'2" wall, all covered in furs, diamond rings and all those things, but your life it isn't her. Well, could she love, could she woo, oh could she coo? Has anybody seen my gal? Not sure the ukulele was designed for such work, but you know, it does just fine. And again, this is the tenor uke kit. This is actually the one I built while writing the how-to guide for the kit. So this is the one you see in the pictures, if you happen to get yourself one of those kits. And then if you prefer one, oh, I was going to play this for those, because it's plugged into the amp and stuff. Anyway, this is one of our vignette series tenor ukuleles that we build using a nice, they both have great sound, a little bit different. I feel like that one's a little warmer. The tenor lele kit, sorry, down here, is a little warmer and richer in its tone, and that the vignettes are a little brighter,
Yeah.
So anyway,
There's your girl.
huh?
Right there.
There
on the
she
front.
is.
Yeah.
She's 5'2". Those eyes aren't blue though. All right, so how about the third part? How about part 3 of Shanery? Talking more about his building, the process of building that awesome Reso electric guitar, I believe is what he calls it, using a bunch of the fancy new CB Gitty parts released just this week.
My name's Shane Spiel. This is the Arkansas Tuning. It's the Arkansas Tuning for 4-string cigar box guitar. And this is the easiest tuning for anyone who is used to playing a conventional guitar. For you to go and to play a 4-string fretted cigar box guitar, the Arkansas makes it real easy. What is the Arkansas tuning? It's simple. E, A, D, G. It's the first 4 strings of a guitar, you know? Boom, they're right there. I also put the link in the description. These strings are a little bit lighter. It's like a 46, 34, 22, 16, somewhere in there. I wanted to go a little lighter because Most people who build cigar box guitars do not put truss rods in there. So I made sure to lighten the string some, and it won't be as high of a tension on the neck. The Arkansas tuning, EADG, on a cigar box guitar. CB Gitty now has the Shane Spiel Arkansas strings. Get them there and have fun with this. All those things that you used to play on conventional guitar will start coming back to you.
Part 3. By God, we made it through. Yes. John Matrician asked, what is a conventional guitar? Well, that's a term I started using kind of to counteract the natural inclination that myself and many others have when comparing homemade instruments to store-bought. The natural inclination is to say what? Those are the R-word guitars. Real guitars.
Real.
So to train myself against saying real guitars, because I feel like these instruments are about as real as they can get when you make them yourself, I started using the term conventional guitars. That's a real banjo right there. Conventional instruments, traditional, factory-made, store-bought, whatever you want to call them. That's what I consider a conventional guitar. These, by design, are unconventional, aren't they? So Danny's got another song for us, and this is a cappella.
Yep. If you want to join me, though.
Hey, maybe on the lines I know.
Yep. This is one I used to lead all the time when we were at Kara's.
It's been a year.
A year.
The 15th will be an exact year since the last Irish session happened at Kara's pub in Dover, New Hampshire, that we used to go to. Oh no, John, it'd take a lot more than one foal to break these. Never build an instrument you can't fight your way out of a dark alley with. Speaking of fighting out of dark alleys, my buddy Dominic D'Antilio is in New Orleans right now, on my recommendation, by himself. So, hope he's got something to fight his way out of dark alleys with. But anyway.
Yeah, anyway, we used to you just picture a whole room full of guys singing this. Drunken Irish.
Yeah.
Irish
We'll do
guys.
our best to recreate that here and now.
Yeah.
All right. It's the old triangle, a good old traditional Irish song.
And there's a really good version by Luke Kelly
Actually,
and the
it's
Dubliners.
not traditional. I couldn't put this in the book because technically it's not public domain.
No, I think it was written by, he said who wrote it. And
Dominic Bean, one of the Bean brothers,
Yeah,
I think. But it was
Brendan
like in the...
Bean, something like that, yeah.
Brendan, yeah, one of the two.
But yeah, look up Luke
In
Kelly
the
and the
50s,
Dubliners.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyhow...
A hungry feeling came over me stealing. All the mice were squealing in my prison cell. And the old triangle went jingle, jangle along the banks of the Royal Canal. To begin the morning, the warden's bawling, "Get up, you bozzies, and clean out yourself." And the old triangle went jingle, jangle along the banks of the Royal Canal. The lags were sleeping, Humpy Gussie was peeping I lay there weeping for my girl Sal, and the old triangle when jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. Up in the female prison there are 75 women, and I wish it were with them that I did dwell. Then the old triangle could go jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal, all along the banks of the Royal Canal.
And there are, what, half a dozen more verses to that. He asked me, do you want me to do the long one or the short one?
Yep.
I said, well, for today, let's do the short one. Good job, Danny. Good job.
Thank you, thank you.
A favorite of the musicians at the session, that song, because they don't have to do anything.
Yep. No, you don't even have to keep a beat with that.
No. There's your book. All right, so now the final video in this week's series that Shane has put together. I believe this is a clip of our good buddy AJ Gaither. As I mentioned earlier, and I'm sure Shane has mentioned, AJ is the inspiration for this Arkansas Electric. AJ puts the Arkansas in Arkansas Electric. That's where he's from. So I believe this is a few minutes of him performing. And yeah, good stuff. We'll be right back. We're back! We're back!
That was short.
Yeah, short.
Oh Lord, I'm married to my guitar. I'm cheating with that bottle. I just sit here all night long, soaking in my sorrow. Down that path that I chose in life, no woman chose to follow. So now I'm married to my guitar. I'm cheating with that bottle. Well, I once loved a woman, she had long been gone. I was left with old memories, just lyrics for a song. And now and then I think I see her face out there in the crowd. If I thought that was really her, I might scream her name out loud. But now I'm married to my guitar. I'm cheating with that bottle. I just sit here all night long, soaking in my sorrow. Down that path that I chose in life, no woman chose to follow. So now I'm married to my guitar. I'm cheating with that bottle. voice for all the cussing and the fighting. This old song I'm singing, well, it's simple, it's sad and true. That's the only way that I know to cope. I'm feeling so goddamn blue, and that's why I'm married to my guitar, cheating with that bottle. I just sit here all night long, soaking in my sorrow, down that path that I chose in life, no woman chose to follow. So now I'm married to my guitar, I'm cheating with that bottle. Now I'm married to my guitar, but I'm cheating, Lord, I'm cheating with that bottle. All right, folks. Thank you, man. Again, hope you guys are enjoying yourselves out there, man.
So that, of course, was AJ Gaither, a good friend of ours. As Louis Lamanna pointed out there, AJ's about as real as it gets. He only performs original songs. That's one of his originals. Somebody asked how he's doing. Jim Bird asked how AJ's doing. Well, he posts fairly regularly on his Facebook page of the projects he's got going on. He's out there, I believe, still in Kansas City. He's doing well. He's getting by. He's still fighting the good fight. Not really playing any gigs, I don't believe, but yeah, he's doing all sorts of cool woodworking projects, all sorts of neat stuff. So yeah, he's hanging in there. He's just hanging in there. Hopefully we'll be able to get him back here someday if he's able to hit the road again. That guitar he was playing, that was one of his AJ Gaither Arkansas tenor guitars that he makes, tuned with the acoustic version of the Arkansas electric strings that Shane has put together. They're the same, I'm sure Shane said in an earlier video, but just to repeat, this string set, it's a 4-string set for a 4-string cigar box or other guitar, tuned to the lowest 4 strings on a conventional 6-string guitar, so E, A, D, G. So if you already know some guitar chords, you can use partial guitar chords, you can do some things without having to learn nothing new. So pretty cool stuff. So I was telling Danny, one of my favorite songs by AJ is his Train Hand Blues. But anyway.
One of mine too, and I never even heard it. All I had to do was hear the title.
He's an easy sell, this one. My God. All right, now we got a short video from Kale, our good buddy Kale over at Porna Studios, doing Rockin' Pneumonia, I believe. I'm rolling the dice
Boogie
here to
Woogie
see
Flu.
if that's what actually comes up.
Yeah, that's all we need is a song about disease right now.
Howdy folks, happy Sunday morning. It's time for another pre-coffee cover on the Hobo Fiddle here. Now the last time I did one of these was back in July. I did a Willie Nelson tune pre-coffee and I figured it was time again. So today I'm going to do Rockin' Pneumonia and Boogie Woogie Flu. And this song is actually a Huey Smith song from 1957, though most people are more familiar with the Johnny Rivers version from 1972. That's typically what people think of, but hey, it's actually a 50s song, and either way, it's a rock and roll classic. So, we're gonna do a little Rockin' Pneumonia pre-coffee Sunday. Here we go. I wanna jump, but I'm afraid I fall. I wanna holler, but the joint's too small. The young man rhythm's got a hold of me too. I got the rockin' pneumonia and the boogie woogie flu. Want some others, baby, that ain't all. I try to kiss her, but she way too tall. The young man rhythm's got a hold of me too. I got the rockin' pneumonia and the boogie woogie flu. I wanna squeeze her, but I'm way too low. I should be running, but my feet is too slow. The young man rhythm's got a hold of me too. I got the rockin' pneumonia and the boogie woogie flu. Woo! The young man rhythm's got a hold of me too. I got the rockin' pneumonia and the boogie woogie flu. Baby coming now, I'm hurrying home. She might be leaving cause I'm taking so long. The young man rhythm's got a hold of me too. I got the rockin' pneumonia and the boogie woogie flu. Woo! Alright, it's coffee time, guys.
Always love that good stuff that Kale sends in there. He sent us another one that's slightly more risque, and I wasn't sure which one was going to come up. But, so we got another Irish one here to kind of end out today's show. Don't forget, Wednesday, we haven't scheduled the broadcast yet. We might launch it off a little earlier than 3. Might go at 2 for St. Patrick's Day. Patrick Boyle may be stopping by. I'll have to send him a reminder. We'll try to get Kim Starling in here to sing one with us. Nick's got his Celtic favorites to regale us with, and of course Danny and I might even get Dan D. Caldwell in here. He knows a couple of those good old Irish ones. So this is one. I'm going to be playing this Irish whiskey 3-stringer again. This is available for sale on the CB Gitty site. If you got any love of the Irish, this is a good one. So this is the Moonshiner. We start with the chorus, one of the best known of all the Irish drinking songs and St. Patrick's Day favorites. It was a favorite of my good friend Charlie Boyle. He taught it to the Duffy Boys, and it was always sung with great gusto down there at the greenhouse. So the chorus, if you want to sing along, was, I'm a rambler, I'm a gambler, I'm a long ways from home, and if you don't like me, then leave me alone. I'll eat when I'm hungry, I'll drink when I'm dry, and if moonshine don't kill me, I'll live till I die. Very true words. And we start with the chorus. I'm a rambler, I'm a gambler, I'm a long ways from home, and if you don't like me, well, leave me alone. I'll eat when I'm hungry, I'll drink when I'm dry, and if moonshine don't kill me, I'll live till I die. I've been a moonshiner for many's a year, I've spent all me money on whiskey and beer. I'll go to some hollow, I'll set up my still, I'll make you a gallon for a 10-shilling bill. I'm a rambler, I'm a gambler, I'm a long ways from home, and if you don't like me, well, leave me alone. I'll eat when I'm hungry, I'll drink when I'm dry, and if moonshine don't kill me, I'll live till I die. I'll go to some hollow in this country, 10 gallons of wash I can go on the spree. No women to follow, the world is all mine. I love none so well as I love the moonshine. I'm a rambler, I'm a gambler, I'm a long ways from home, and if you don't like me, well, leave me alone. I'll eat when I'm hungry, I'll drink when I'm dry, and if moonshine don't kill me, I'll live till I die. Well, moonshine, dear moonshine, oh how I love thee. You killed me, old father, but dare you try me. Ah, bless all moonshiners and bless all moonshine. Their breath smells as sweet as the dew on the vine. I'm a rambler, I'm a gambler, I'm a long ways from home, and if you don't like me, well, leave me alone. I'll eat when I'm hungry, I'll drink when I'm dry, and if moonshine don't kill me, I'll live till I die. One more time. I'm a rambler, I'm a gambler, I'm a long ways from home, and if you don't like me, well, leave me alone. I'll eat when I'm hungry, I'll drink when I'm dry, and if moonshine don't kill me, I'll live till I die. Woo! There we go. That's good. That'll get the spirits up and get the crack flowing. So I promised earlier in the show, we're almost here at the end. We're a minute over. I got to announce the winners of last week's giveaway, at least one of whom is out there right now. Hey, there's Danny D. Boy Caldwell, possibly downstairs. If so, be seeing you shortly there, buddy. The winners of last week's giveaway for sharing last week's broadcast publicly on Facebook or for commenting leaving a comment on the YouTube video, I randomly chose 5 people. And those people are Ruth Nelson, a new name that I didn't really recognize, Rick Flink, who single-handedly shared it to, I think, every group on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah, Rick,
Thank you.
Rick does good work. He's a diligent man. Gary DeRosiers, our good buddy Gary DeRosiers, who sent Danny that guitar and sent Nick a guitar and Glenn a guitar and Farley and me and my son. He's
Little note about Gary, he's built 170 guitars and has given away every one of them.
Wow.
Wow.
Good man. So he just won himself a $50 CB Gitty gift certificate. John Matrician, our good buddy John, who I think is out there right now, and by God, I just saw his name pop up. Tim Henderson, you are a winner of the CB Gitty $50 gift certificate. So congratulations to Ruth Nelson, Rick Flink, Gary DeRosiers, John Matrician, and Tim Henderson. Thank you for thank all of you for watching. Thank you for sharing. Share this very broadcast right here. Share this video on Facebook publicly. You know, when you hit share, sometimes you got to choose the little drop down and choose the globe to share it publicly. Otherwise, I can't see that you shared it, and you won't be entered to win $100. One person next week will be chosen to win a $100 CB Gitty gift certificate. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Those of you who won, send me a message by email or on Facebook, and I'll get that coupon code to you. Keith Rierick has no luck at all. Well, I didn't see your name in the share list, Keith. Nothing heavy cut up, but you got to share to be entered to win, and you got to share it publicly so that I can see it. Anyway,
Yeah.
I think we're at the end of the show. Why don't we play ourselves out with a 3-stringer? How about this is another guitar I just got listed yesterday. I call it the Wagon Wheel Resonator. If you can see, if I get the glare to go down, I printed a wagon wheel leaning against a barn on the front there, and I centered the hubcap reso cone as if it were in the middle of the wagon wheel. Got a nice sound to it.
Well, it's the Gitty Gang Show on Cigar Station TV. Well, it's the Gitty Gang Show on Cigar Station TV. And we came to you live from CB Gitty.
Got you into my solo that first. What do you got? Hey, why don't you lead one, Danny?
Well, we come to you live every Friday afternoon at 3.
At 3, at 3, at 3.
Yes, we come to you live every Friday afternoon at 3.
At 3, at 3, at 3.
And if you don't see how sad we